Opulence, influence, unmatched wealth. When it comes to power in India, no name towers higher than the Ambani family. What's the story behind their empire? And how did they rise to control entire industries? Let's watch this video on Inside the Richest Family of India, the Ambani family. But before we begin, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. From humble yarn to industrial dominion. Have you ever wondered how a modest yarn trader became the architect of India's largest corporate empire? The story begins in the late 1950s in a bustling Mumbai chawl, where young Dhirubhai Ambani dreamed big. With just a suitcase and grit, he launched a small shop selling textiles, spices, and yarn. It was a story of courage, and it all started with a single thread. From the dusty lanes of Mumbai's textile mills, he built a business that would go on to shape modern India. His style was unconventional, leveraging equity through public listings, democratizing ownership, and always betting big. With every share sold and plant constructed, Dhirubhai stitched his nation's first corporate tapestry, one that would span oil, petrochemicals, and media. His dream blossomed into Reliance Industries Limited (RIL), setting the stage for a family empire. A man of vision. What makes a leader unforgettable? Dhirubhai wasn't just ambitious, he was a pioneer. He believed in India's potential and bent every rule to realize it. It was in his DNA to challenge conventions and inspire millions of ordinary investors. He laid the groundwork for one of the world's most powerful business dynasties. But his legacy was not without shadows. Allegations of stock manipulation and political lobbying swirled around Reliance's rapid ascent. Yet his narrative was a beacon of hope for aspiring entrepreneurs across the nation. By the time he passed away in 2002, at just 69, his creation had grown into a colossal conglomerate, built from humble threads, sure, but stitched together with vision, controversy, and fire. The rise of a family rift. Did you ever think love could turn into war? After mom passed away in 1991 and dad departed in 2002, a silence enveloped the Ambani household. But beneath it, a storm raged. Two brothers, Mukesh and Ambani, each believed they could carry the torch. Yet pride, control, and destiny clashed. 2005 brought a formal split. Mukesh assumed control of oil, telecom, and retail. Ambani took charge of entertainment, financial services, power, and media. News headlines splashed their disagreements. Boardrooms became battlegrounds, and a once-united family was divided. What emerged over the next years was a dramatic tale of ambition. One brother skyrocketing to success, the other tumbling under heavy debt and exposure. Mukesh Ambani, from coal to cloud, a telecom tsunami. What happens when a petrochemical magnate puts everything on a gamble? Mukesh Ambani's boldest move came in 2016 with Jio, his audacious telecom venture that shook the nation. Some dismissed it as unbelievable, but Mukesh redefined digital India overnight. Free voice calls and rock-bottom data plans turned Jio into India's fastest-growing network. Within months, millions signed up. Within years, Jio had over 600 million subscribers. It disrupted the telecom oligopoly, drove down data prices, and sparked an economic revolution. Suddenly, Mukesh wasn't just a traditionalist. He was a digital trailblazer, worth over $100 billion and recognized as Asia's richest man. The heirs. Have you ever befriended the future? In the Ambani saga, that future comes in the form of Akash, Isha, and Anant, Mukesh and Nada's children, each forging their own path within the empire. Akash Ambani, the eldest son, now chairman of Reliance Jio Infocom, is cool-headed and tech-driven. He looks determined to guide India's connectivity revolution into its next phase. Isha Ambani Piramal, born just minutes after her twin, is at the heart of Reliance Retail and the family's philanthropic wing, Reliance Foundation. She combines fashion, retail trends, and social impact like a true millennial leader. Anant Ambani, the youngest, carries dreams of sustainability. He heads new energy investments, and his work with temples and pilgrim infrastructure touches hearts and balances bottom lines. Antilia, a billionaire's fortress in Mumbai. Have you ever seen a home reach the sky? Rising 27 floors above Altamont Road, Antilia stands as the most expensive private residence in the world. It's 400,000 square feet of vertical opulence, a private theater, snow room, spa, helipads, temple, and a garage for 168 cars. Inside, 600 staff tend to the family's needs in near silence. Valued at up to $4.6 billion, Antilia isn't just architecture, it's a symbol. Weddings that broke the internet. Did you think weddings were private? Not at the Ambani household. These are events unimagined, financial auroras of scale, celebrity, and pageantry. Isha's wedding in 2018 transformed Antilia into a spring stage of global glamour. Beyonce performed live. Hillary Clinton, Priyanka Chopra, and tech luminaries mingled on the lawn. With whispers of a $100 million price tag, the world watched and applauded in awe. Then came Anant's 2024 nuptials, a Mediterranean prelude followed by a 3-day extravaganza at Mumbai's Jio Convention Center. Rihanna, Katy Perry, Backstreet Boys. Listening to music that once defined eras, but now define ambition. Estimated at $150, $320 million. The occasion wasn't just a celebration. It was a strategic showcase, a power move, and a media phenomenon. But the backlash was strong. Could such decadence coexist with the billions still living under the poverty line? Acts of generosity or grandstanding? Is extreme wealth always met with extreme charity? The Ambani family believes in giving back on a monumental scale. Nana Ambani founded the Reliance Foundation, a sprawling network improving education, rural empowerment, healthcare, and women's lives across India. Then in 2023, the world watched as the native Mukesh Ambani Cultural Center, NMACC, rose in Mumbai, a monument to culture, music, art, and India's creative renaissance. They didn't stop there. Anant Ambani's pilgrim infrastructure projects, guest houses along sacred routes, blended devotion with development, hearts with logistics. Yet, beneath these noble deeds, skeptics whisper, is this altruistic redemption or a strategy to offset their global image? Every art center built, every school funded, carries pride and scrutiny, mixing genuine compassion with reputational calculation. The price of power. Can power ever truly lie in the hands of one family? Reliance's dominance in telecom, energy, and media invites suspicion. Political proximity raises eyebrows. Critics point to speed of light approvals, extractive deals, and policy influence. But Mukesh's supporters argue his success reflects vision, execution, and sheer risk. They claim that India benefited from Jio's democratization of data and Reliance's emphasis on infrastructure and supply chains. Still, when wealth and politics entwine, public trust stands on a knife edge. Is this an economic triumph or a sign of corporate-state entanglement? The fall of Anil, a cautionary tale. Have you ever known someone who lost it all? Anil Ambani once rivaled his brother, bidding endlessly across industries. But rash borrowing, aggressive expansion, and heavy competition caught up. By the late 2010s, his empire collapsed. Power plants shut, financial services in crisis, and a name once revered brought to dust. It was a lesson in hubris, leverage, and heartbreak. Their father's empire fragmented, and in the mid-2020s, Mukesh quietly extended support, buying back assets and preserving the family's sense of unity. His move wasn't just financial, it was symbolic. Success is fragile. Generosity binds families beyond business. The transition strategy, passing the torch. What happens when the titan grows old? With Mukesh approaching septuagenarian years, the challenge becomes succession, without fracturing. The first move was deliberate. January 2024 saw Reliance announce a generational reshuffle. Akash, Isha, and Anant have stepped into leadership roles. Akash leads digital. Isha runs retail and philanthropy. Anant heads green energy. The mantra is clear: technology to scale, retail to ground markets, sustainability to future-proof, and culture to preserve identity. The world watches. Will this seamless transition create a corporate legacy or unveil conflicts beneath? Lessons from a dynasty. What can we learn from watching them climb and stumble? From their vibe, we learn that boldness, imagination, and populism can tilt history. From Mukesh, we learn that strategic disruption, like Jio, can rewrite industries. From Anil, we learn that unchecked ambition without financial discipline can crash worlds. From the new generation, we glimpse the possibilities of meaning-fueled wealth and ethical stewardship. Their story tells us, wealth is not a finish line, it's a responsibility. Influence is not a birthright, it's a test. Are the Ambanis the definition of modern dynastic power? Let us know your thoughts below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's wealthiest families.